If you have like a problem with any of these comparisons, please fight me in the comments below, because I will fight. I'm ready. Hello, my name is Z and I go by they, them pronouns. Today I'm going to be doing the video. If you like this book, then you'll like this, but my books are all going to be LGBT+, because I haven't seen those around and I always love to give like queer recommendations. So yeah. So my comparisons are going to be mostly about like tone and like the way the story like makes me feel rather than what it's about, if that makes sense. First up, I'm going to recommend, if you liked Heartstopper by Alice Oseman, then you'll like Bloom by Kevin Panetta and Savannah Ganusho. I can't say her name, I'm sorry. I'm recommending these stories because both feature a love story that's really cute and sweet, and it is an equal parts serious as it is like heartfelt, and it's so cute. And like they're both graphic novels. This one's a webcomic online that like it has more volumes that's being printed. Volume 2 I think just came out, or it's coming out like soon. Like really soon, like this week. But all of it's online, really cute. And this is just a one story standalone, but they're both amazing drawings, amazing story, and yeah, it just radiates cute queer vibes. And I'm sorry if you don't like the word queer. I'm going to be saying it in this video because I like the word, so sorry about that. But I'm also not really sorry. Next up is another Alice Oseman book, and that's Radio Silence. If you like this book, then I think you'll like We the Animals by Justin Torres. Now, these books, their plot isn't like the same at all. Like this has no internet in it whatsoever, but I feel like the tones are the same, and whenever I think of each of these books, their aesthetics are like really close together. Like they're both like bluish, like kind of like mellow, like suburbia, like that kind of thing. And they both hit you in the feels. Also, both of these novels are written beautifully. Like Alice, this is one of my favorite novels of all time, and this book is also really like good written. So that's also why I feel like these two would be a good comparison, because I've seen people compare this to other books that don't really stand up to it. I'm not going to say which book, but it's one book in particular that I'm not a fan of. So I want to set the record straight that these books are a lot alike. You should try this book. This book isn't YA, it's like a literary fic, and it's just more like adult-ish. Even though I feel like this is adult, but like this is like not young adult. You know what I mean? Still a good book. So next up, if you liked Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli, then I think you'll like Openly Straight by Bill Konsingberg. Sorry. Both of these books are really like kind of like happy-go-lucky queer novels where like they're both like coming out stories, but I feel like the MCs remind me of each other. So I feel like their point of views are kind of the same and they have the same kind of feeling. So yeah, the tone is the same for each book and they're both pretty good, you know? They're just like fun queer books, you know what I mean? Like fun queer coming out books, even though this book is serious, and so is this book at times, but like, even though, okay, so in this book, Simon isn't out to anyone, but in this book, the main character, Raph, oh my god, Raph is out to his family, but he goes to like a boarding school where he like stays in the closet, so that's where it's kind of like they're both coming out stories in a way. So yeah, fun times. Next, if you liked More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera, I think that you'll like The Art of Starving by Sam J. Miller. Both these novels I feel have the same tone. They're like really serious for young adult, and they both feature elements not found in everyday life. Like More Happy Than Not has like a memory altering procedure that affects the whole novel, and The Art of Starving has like superpowers in it. They're both serious, as I said, whereas this one deals a lot with like internalized homophobia. This one is where the main character is anorexic, and he found that whenever he like doesn't eat, he like gains like these superpowers. So yeah, they just remind me of each other, and like this book needs more love because it's actually really good. And like, content warning, like you should not read this. I don't feel like you should read this if you struggle with eating, or if you have like an eating disorder, or like you used to have an eating disorder where like triggers, like I don't, look up trigger warnings for this book before you read it, because like it's really serious and it deals with like really serious stuff, obviously. Also, both these books like hurt my heart. This one literally made me cry like 5 times. I think I cried once with this book, I'm not sure, but they're both like oof, that's how I can explain it. So next up, if you liked Check Please by Ngozi Ukazu, I think you'll like Hero by Perry Moore. I'm saying that because both of the main characters' like issues, I feel like relate each other, especially in Check Please, like the continuation of it. This is just volume 1, like it's online. Volume 2 is coming out next year in April, I think. So in this, Biddy has like problems with coming out, and like he's like from like the South, and like he thinks like his family is not gonna like support him and stuff. And in Hero, Tom has like the same thing, and Tom also has like superpowers, which like also go in with it. And yeah, I just like, the MCs also remind me of each other a little bit. Like they're both like fun guys, of what I remember. I haven't read this in a while. And the love stories also remind me of each other a little bit, like if I really think about it. Yeah, they're both nice reads. That's why I'm recommending them, obviously. So yeah. This is a graphic novel, and this is not. But they're still, like, in my head. If you have, like, a problem with any of these comparisons, please fight me in the comments below, because I will fight. I'm ready. Next, we have another comic book to novel comparison, and that's Fun Home by Alison Bechdel. If you like this, I think you'll like The Argonauts by Maggie Nelson. Both these stories focus on like family dynamics and like queerness within them. This story is really like Alison's and her dad's, while this story is Maggie's whole familial experience, like her partner and like what it means for them to be a family and that kind of thing. And they're both queer, and Allison and her dad are both queer. Both of these are nonfiction, even though for Fun Home, I think she probably like enhanced some things. And they both have like amazing language. Like I highlighted so many things in here, also because it was for school. But amazing language, like quotable things. So yeah, they're both really good, obviously. I keep saying that. And like I don't normally pick up like nonfiction queer things, like I really should, but Fun Home became a musical, and I listened to the musical, so I was like, oh, I need to read the, like, graphic novel now. And I had to read this for school, and I was like, this is honestly really good, so now it makes me want to read more, like, queer nonfiction stuff, and that makes me really excited. This next one is going to be a real stretch, but I just wanted to recommend one of these books really hard, because I've never heard of this book until I like read it for school. So next I'm gonna say, if you liked This Is Where It Ends by Marique Nakamp, I don't know how to say her last name, I'm so sorry, then I think you will like The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay by Michael Chabon. So I haven't read this book in a while, so I'm just going off of what I remember. Some things may be wrong what I say, but I really just wanted to recommend this book because no one ever talks about it and it's amazing. Obviously, Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay. So I'm comparing these books because it's not really queer until it gets queer. Like, there's no queer in the plot until there is, and I really like that, where like you go into a story and you're like, this is boring, there's nothing gay in it, and then you're like, whoa, there's gay. So the main plot doesn't really revolve around queerness until it does, is basically what I'm saying. And they're both really serious books. Like this book, The Amazing Adventure of Cavalier and Clay, is an adult novel, and this is YA. So with this one, you have to like tread carefully, you know, like if you don't like adult novels, then I don't think you should read this. And this is YA, so like obviously if you like this, then read it. But I feel like it's a pretty solid comparison in my head. Even though this is about a school shooting and this is about comic books and Nazis and stuff like that. The Holocaust, I meant to say, not Nazis, well, kind of the same. But, yeah, they're both really good, and I just really wanted to recommend this book. This book is so good. Even though I did throw it down the stairs, I'll insert a clip right now. But yeah, it's good. And like, look at the comparison of pages. I don't know, man. I'm trying to recommend things that I think people will like. So yeah. Both from my favorite shelf, I add you. Next up, we have two of my favorite novels of all time, and that's Carry On by Rainbow Rowell and Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. Yes, Casey McQuiston. Oh my god, these books are amazing. So, I'm comparing these two because they both feature chaotic bisexual main characters. Like, so that means they have like the same vibe and tone of the story. And the main friend cast in both of these books is like A+. Like, their friend group is like my heart. Like, I aspire to have that. Both feature enemies to lovers, love stories, and it's just so cute. And like, that's one of my favorite tropes, like if it's done right. And they also both have like wonderful language in it that like makes my heart feel happy and makes me cry sometimes. That's why they're my favorites. So yeah. Also, warning, this is YA, this is an adult. I keep saying that. This is an adult and has some like risque like things in it. Well, this is like YA and it only has like kisses. So yeah, this is new adult, not adult. We need to get more new adult books out there. And yeah, this book did just come out and it's getting a lot of hype and like it deserves the hype. This book is literally amazing. Like, I have no problems at all with this book or this book, and they're just like, I'm literally gonna read every Casey McQuiston book ever just because of this book. Same thing with Rainbow Rowell. Like, both these authors, I've read everything Casey McQuiston ever wrote, but I've read most of Rainbow Rowell stuff. I just need to read attachments. So like, I'm feeling pretty solid about this recommendation, you know? And last but not least, if you liked Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Elier Seance, then I think you'll like Peter Darling by Austin Chant. I almost said Chance. Both of these books had the same vibe, like literally the same vibe, same aesthetic. Same thing with like Radio Silence and We the Animals. Like, all four of these books I feel like can be compared to each other. And they're both really like serious and like have like the same tone. That's what I just said. But both have like a really nice love story that like definitely pays off by the end. And it's just like I love these books so much. Even though their plots aren't really the same. Look, it's like the same aesthetic. Blues. So many blue queer books. Like, what? So this is more about like friends to lovers, like that kind of thing, and like discovering yourself and all that kind of thing. Like, it's a beautiful book. Like, love you. And this book is a retelling of Peter Pan where he is trans and he falls in love with Captain Hook, and it's amazing. It's just like so amazing. No one knows about this book. Please read this book. Try it out. I really like it. And it's really small, so you can go through it really fast. It may be small, but there's a lot of story. This may be big, but there's a lot of story. Another comparison of a really big book and a really small book. But, you know, don't judge. Books. What am I doing? And yeah, that's the final comparison. So those are my recommendations. If you think that what I recommended was pretty good and like you're interested in the book, give me a thumbs up. Or even if you just enjoyed me rambling on about things that I love, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to check out my other videos, subscribe down below and hit that bell. I make writing and bookish related videos. I try. Also, if you want to like debate or like fight me down in the comments about my recommendations, you totally can. Like, I know this isn't an exact science, so fight me, because I will fight, is what I said earlier. So yeah. You can also find me on any of my social media links. They're in the description box down below. I can't talk, it's really hot in here. And yeah, I hope I see you soon. The problem with this is that I have to put all these books back once I'm done with them. Ugh, such a good book. Where was this? Wasn't up here. Oh my god. Sorry, Keith and Lance. Keith and Lance! I'm literally gonna forget where all these go. Why did I do this to myself? It's all the way over here. I don't want to put these back. Why? Why do I like talking about books? I'll never know. My son. You can go back over there. Look at it, you can see the big ass space it left. God! My flower crown is falling off. I just want to be a Tumblr person of my dreams. Can I just have a blooper at the end of me putting back all my books and crying?